Greetings, fellow seekers of truth, wisdom, light, all that jazz, man. We are live here on Reverend Eliot's Magical Window, coming to you from the city of New York. As well, we're a week away from Thanksgiving. That's just to show you that it is live, unless I recorded this a year ago. So, no. This is 2024. This is now the whole new world. The 2024 election is finally over. And what do we get now in the news? Polling results for 2028. Can these people leave us alone for a while? When did they get to be such nags? What is it with these guys that they can't, well, I do know what it is. And it's explained in the book Unmasking Fear, which I have been talking about a lot lately, since we've been, look at the stuff we've been hearing. This is, you'll never be able to vote again. This is Hitler. This is the worst person ever to, these people have gotten crazy. Whatever happened to, you look back, I saw the Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan debate, and Ronald Reagan simply said, looked at the camera and said, "Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? If you are, then you know who to vote for. And if you're not, may I suggest an alternative?" Now that was, that's civil. That's not none of this insanity about this guy's going to end the world. Who would they compare him to if it wasn't for Hitler? Genghis Khan? Do we have such a sophisticated school system that people know who Genghis Khan was? I think a lot of people don't know. Maybe they think it was John Wayne because of that weird movie that he made where everybody died of cancer. Well, that's a nice, cheerful way to start things off, getting back now. I was out last week. I should explain that because my computer was upgrading. Now, I have a 14-year-old laptop. Roughly speaking. 2 years ago, it was rebuilt completely. So it's essentially a 2-year-old computer. But I still had a 14-year-old operating system. And by goodness, I was going to cling to that until I couldn't anymore. Well, it got to the point where I couldn't anymore. Things weren't working. So I was compelled to upgrade my operating system. And that didn't quite work last week, which left me in the lurch without an operating system that was functioning. So I had to do it again. Well, here we are, and it's mostly working now. I had to lift the hood to get the microphone to work here, which is a real neat trick because that wasn't working. I mean, that's really a great way to do a radio show without a microphone. Everybody have to go open their windows, and I will shout as loud as I can, and then you shout the rest of it, and then we'll just do that coast to coast. And I don't know how we're going to get to the people in Australia, but hey, that's the way to do it without a microphone, I suppose. But listen, the microphone is back. And I can hear me, and I can hear you, and we are going to do an hour of tarot reading. And hey, I just want to. You see, Thanksgiving is coming up, and that's a week from tomorrow. That's a day that's been in the news lately because people are saying that they're shunning their families because of who they voted for. Now, come on, guys, please stop this immaturity. Who you voted for. What are they going to do? Start challenging family members to duels now? Let's get a little perspective here. We're simply voting for somebody who will spend a few years temporarily as a chief executive of the country, and a few senators here and there, and things like that. So this has been going on for a few hundred years without any insanity. But the insanity, I guess that comes because there's, as I mentioned in Unmasking Fear, which is a 100-year-old book, but couldn't be more timely. I really urge you to check out Unmasking Fear at mojoacademy.org. That is, there are people who make millions and millions of dollars to scare us. And by God, they're going to scare us. That's their deal. You can't dangle millions of dollars in front of a person and say the only condition is you've got to scare the bejabbers out of everybody who tunes into this channel, because they'll do it. Now, I won't do that. I never will do that. If you want to give me millions of dollars and hope that I do it, good luck with that, Charlie. But I'm not interested in scaring the people. I'm just not. The number of people who are cracking up over this is remarkable, because we've been told repeatedly that if a certain person wins, and that certain person won. Now, I'm not refusing to mention the name. I'm just trying to be as non-political as possible. I should tell you, in the interest of full disclosure, my first big writing job came to me through the Trump Organization by way of Tony Bon Jovi, the music producer. But it was cleared by the Trump people at the Trump Plaza Hotel now, and that writing credit opened up my whole career, my whole writing career, such as it was. And I can tell you, I am very proud of something. I've sold a number of screenplays, and I'm proud of one thing, which is, I'm patting myself on the back for something so trivial. Did you know that according to the Guinness Book of Records, and then we'll get back to Thanksgiving, according to the Guinness, you see what happens when I don't do the show for a while? I get full of chat, as they say. That's not the past tense of anything obscene, by the way. How can I phrase this? Well, I think I lost my thread here. What can I tell you? Oh gosh, I got some notifications on the new computer here, and it scared me. It really scared me. The whole thing was that. Oh yeah, what I was proud of. Geez, because it's so trivial. Even I forgot it in mid-sentence. Look at that. 93% of movies in the English language, according to the Guinness Book of Records, contain one line, and one line in them. This line is in 93% of English language movies. It's one line of dialogue. Now, I didn't know this at the time that I was writing, but I didn't use that line, as far as I can remember, in anything I wrote. It just didn't feel right anyway. But just next time you watch a TV show or you watch a movie, keep this in mind. 93% of movies and television shows, everything like in the English language that's entertainment, has this line where one character will look to another one and say, "Let's get out of here." You can do a Google search or go, at YouTube. You can look it up at YouTube. Some brave soul. One guy has a compilation of 51 instances of people saying, "Let's get out of here," all the way from Bringing Up Baby to Grease to Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. I mean, that line is everywhere. It is ubiquitous to the tune of 93%, and that's that's just so bizarre that they do that. But I never did use that. That was it. And of course, like I said, it was the Trump Organization that gave me my first big writing credit. And from there on in, the sky was the limit. And I got to be tortured by producers of all kinds of stripes, and got to spend a lot of time meeting with very, very rich people who could have easily picked up the check, but didn't. That's showbiz, right? So Thanksgiving is coming up, and I don't know the way things are going. I'm hoping that I'll be here next week. That's for sure. But I'm not. I can't. I mean, what am I, psychic? Yeah, right. Let's see. Does that get a laugh? No, that gets one of these. I just wanted to share with you, because we've been through such a negative period of time for months and months and months on end, with highly trained, highly paid people going out of their way to just scare the bejabbers out of us. So, and I don't hold that against anyone who's afraid. There are people out there, if they deliberately set about trying to fool you or make you scared, and they succeed, then that's not a terrible thing. I mean, I don't like it, but that you didn't do anything wrong. Do you see what I mean? That these people are trained to do this. These people are trained to scare you. So when they scare you, you know, they're working you over. So don't beat yourself up for falling for it, because that's what they do. That's what they do. The way to counteract that, now, there's a very simple thing. Studies have shown, I know that that's anathema, but these were older studies before science was corrupted, that if you make a list, just a simple list, get a little piece of paper and just make a list of things for which you are grateful. That's it. Just a list of things for which you feel grateful in life. It doesn't have to be a long list. It doesn't have to be in any particular order. Just make a list of the things that you feel grateful about. The studies have shown that people who do that are happier than the average person for the next 90 days. Think about that. That's all it is. It's a matter of reframing your thoughts. Just get yourself thinking about things for which you feel grateful. And you will elevate your mood. And these people who are paid to work you over and turn you into a sourpuss and make you scared to death, these people will not succeed. They just won't. Just gratitude is the thing to get you through this. And if I can share anything with you, it's about positive energy. It's all about positive energy. That's the way to go through life. You can choose to be angry all the time. You can choose to say, I am not going to be seeing my family anymore because of who they voted for. Now, I'm not saying that there's something wrong with not seeing your family if they're dangerous to you. I mean, some of us had families that were quite deadly to us, and I can understand that. I'm not a big believer in genetics as a license to abuse a person, but nothing as trivial as an election, folks. Please don't. If you're feeling that you can never again speak to somebody you loved or you were close to because of who they voted for, you've been worked over by experts. Don't let them do that to you. Please, please don't. Don't. Start out by making a list of the things for which you're grateful. I know what you're going to put on the top of the list. I'm grateful that this or that person didn't win the election. But hey, whatever blows up your skirt, right? Or blows your skirt up. Blowing up your skirt is a whole different thing, right? That's who never. Let's forget that one. The other's like a Coney Island device, blowing your skirt up. So listen, that's my helpful hint for today. This Reverend Eliot's helpful hint, which is to make yourself happier and more pleasant than most people for a period of 90 days. Just make a simple list of the things for which you feel grateful. I'm grateful for Ask One Radio. I've been doing this for over 10 years. I am grateful to the Ask One Radio audience. I take this very seriously, and as you'll notice, I don't yell at people. I don't preach to people. I don't treat you badly. We're all in this boat called life together. I'm shuffling up the cards, by the way, is what that noise is. It's not like I've got a flock of pigeons here scared to death, although this is New York. I just want to make sure that we come out of this stuff unscathed, especially now that they're starting to have news about who's running for president in 2028. Good grief, give us a break. I know it's a cliche to say give me a break, but come on, give me a break. I think we've earned a respite here. We don't need to live in a world of non-stop political fear-mongering. And, all these people, they don't care about it. I worked among politicians for years. I truly did. I was in the news business. I was in the public relations business. I worked on a couple of campaigns as a professional. Let me tell you, these people are not who they pretend to be, but you knew that, didn't you? Maybe now and then there's a genuine one, but I only came across one, maybe two, in all the years I was working in the political arena. It was not for me. It was just not for me. There were too many people there who took pleasure in hurting people. Can you believe that? Taking pleasure in hurting people. So listen, I'm not saying go see the people you hate. I'm saying, why do you hate them? Just make sure that you hate them for your own personal reasons. You don't hate them because of stuff that some highly paid professional planted in your head. You know, I mean, how can you vote for Hitler? That kind of stuff, right? Please. Don't even think about that. It's not worth it. There's so much hatred, anger, and division in the world. I can't believe that there are people who are paid to just do it as a job, and they don't care. It's a joke to them. It is literally a joke to them. I went to a gathering one time of people from a particular news network, which shall remain nameless, and they were laughing that people believed the things that they said. They were laughing. Now, just the thing like that is important to know. These people are not your friends. These people who are they're just being paid a lot of money to scare you. So take it with a grain of salt, folks. If you suddenly find yourself hating something or scared of something that you didn't hate or scared or be scared of a few months ago, you received the Madison Avenue mugging. That's how I phrase it. So don't let them do that to you, please. And if look, my email is asktarot, ASKTAROT, asktarot@earthlink.net. And if you feel the pressures of this stuff, just send me a note and we'll chat about it. I'm not, I don't charge for chatting with people. You know what I mean? I'm not, I don't need to do that. I mean, I'm pretty well set financially. So I don't need to squeeze every last penny that I can out of the esoteric business. There is such a thing. Maybe I'll discuss it one time called the esoteric economy. The occult economy, where certain things do have to be paid for, but you don't pay an arm and a leg. You can read more about this in my. The spiritual economy, I think, is what they call it, actually. You can read more about this in my book, Reverend Eliot Explains It All. Very modest title, isn't it? You can get that. There's two books I would recommend extremely highly, just philosophically speaking, which you can find at mojoacademy.org. It is Reverend Eliot Explains It All and Unmasking Fear. Man, that book will liberate you. That book really will liberate you. Now, aside from the fact that it was written in 1919, I wrote two introductions to that book to bring it up into the modern world and show how it's relevant today. But it is an eye opener. It changed my life. So that's it for now. I just wanted to get into that because we just can't, the election is over. I wasn't able to speak to you last week because of technical problems, but I would have gone into this then because the election being over, it now is just going to start the next one and try to scare us even more. I don't know where they can go after they resurrected the bones of Hitler. I don't know where you go after that, but they'll find a way. Believe me, they will. They're very resourceful in their fear mongering. And this is neither a left nor right issue. This is just the way politics works. They sell things because these are advertising people. Nixon brought Madison Avenue advertising people into his campaign and his administration. That's what started the ball rolling here. These are people who know how to manipulate. These are people who know how to sell. These are people who know how to scare you. I mean, if you look at almost every television commercial, it's about fear. Fear of missing out, fear of smelling bad, fear of being thought of as ugly, fear of having bags under your eye. It just goes on and on and on. So unmasking fear, this guy wrote this before television. He wrote it before radio, but you'll see how it applies. So enough of that now. Let's get into the readings, okay? I'm going to shuffle them one more time. Then we're going to ring a bell to declare a sacred space. And now we're going to pull back the curtain on the magical window for Sandy in San Diego, California. Hi, Sandy. You're on with Reverend Eliot.
Hi, Reverend Eliot. It's actually Sherry.
Sari?
Sherry, yes.
Oh, Sherry. Okay, so sorry. It says Sandy
Yeah.
here. Oops. I was just thinking
No
that
problem.
that is my wife's name is Sandra, and she despises being called Sandy. So I was a little surprised to see that. And by the way, I just want to mention, just in passing, she's in the hospital right now. So if people can send positive energy to Mrs. Reverend Eliot, who is Sandra, I would appreciate it. So what can I do for you now that I've mangled your name?
I would love to get some kind of a general reading, if possible. I have had so many things happening in my life this year. I don't know how to pick just one.
Okay, well,
I'd love to see if something sort of pops up.
I've got 4 cards here that I'll start with. 2 of them are cups, which are good. That tells me that this is about your emotions. This has really affected you emotionally, correct?
Yes, very much.
Okay, because those are cards that concern. Usually, they're like thought of as romance, but it's really the whole panoply of an emotional life. The next card is the 5 of Rods. That is a card of struggle. I mean, it shows people beating each other with sticks. A lot of struggle. Now, here's the card you're going to like. It's the Wheel of Fortune, which means that things are going to change. The next card is the Tower struck by lightning, which says that there's change coming, and it's going to come fast. And now the nature of that change is. Are you involved in any kind of legal disputes or
no?
Okay, because overall
we were. That's part of what happened. This all started with some investments that went south.
Well, see, because this is a card. The card I got here is justice. That tells me that you were denied justice, but you're going to get the justice that is coming to you. That's part of the change. The judgment card here is the same. It's the same kind of thing. The justice and judgment are excellent cards. That's like a rebirth. Then there's the 6 of Coins, which is a card of getting money. So it looks to me that you may actually come out of this okay, because things are going to change for the better. The Strength card is here.
It just validated what I've been feeling.
Oh, good.
But it's just a feeling. There's a lot of things up in the air. We're all going in different directions, and we've all started new things, and we're finally getting to a place where it's peaceful here. It was devastating.
Yeah, well, the potential of
we lost a fortune.
The potential of getting some of that back is there. It's see, now I've got the 5 of Swords here. 5 of the 5s in tarot are very bad cards. Now that's not you. This is not bad in terms of you. This is about somebody behind the scenes making trouble. There was somebody who did something bad that caused all this. Correct? Yeah, that's that person.
I think so. Well, yeah, absolutely.
Well, the next card is the 10 of Swords, and that shows a person lying face down in the mud with 10 swords in her back. But that doesn't mean you're dead, and a lot of people misinterpret that card. That card means life has thrown its worst at you, and you're still here. And the implication is that you're going to get up, and you're going to get back in the game, and things are going to work out all right. But you've suffered a bit. That's the 9 of Swords I get. See, but these are all showing.
It's been a decade, and it's not just we went through losing everything, but I've also lost both my parents and my in-laws In fact, my mother-in-law just passed on my birthday a week ago.
Wow. Yeah, well,
So
you
it's
know, there
just been
you
a lot.
go. Yeah, these cards show me that you put up with an awful lot. Even if you hadn't told me, I see it here. But the cards show again. I got the Wheel of Fortune again after shuffling up a bit. That says it's going to change, and the Page of Cups is here. That's the beginning of something new in terms of emotions, and the Strength card is here. You have the strength to deal with this. The King of Cups is here. You're gonna master these emotions. Um, it you're going to get through this fine because you have no choice. Really, is you're
Yeah.
that kind of person. You will do it. I'm so happy to see this card. It's the Ten of Cups. Take a look at it. If you don't have a deck of your own, look online for the Ten of Cups. It shows a rainbow and a happy family, and it's just about perfected happiness and joy. You really have this coming, and I also see two cards here about career and work, which is one is
Mhm.
the Ace of Rods, which tells me that something new may appear. And the good news is that the Nine of Rods is the next one. That is a person who has been beaten up a bit, been around the block, suffered. I seriously don't have to explain it to you. You know, you've
Yeah.
been living it. But the key is that person is prepared. So you're not gonna get hurt again because
Amazing.
you've been through the mill and you came out. That's what the nine. Look at the Nine of Rods sometime too. The person is standing there,
Okay.
and with a bandage on his head or her head in some decks, and is very determined looking. So yeah, you're going to come out of it right. The main thing is the person who was behind, who orchestrated all this, is in deep trouble, according to these
Good.
cards. That was that, and you'll come out okay, but you've been paying a price. I'm going to light a white candle for you to send positive energy your way because you need it. This is seriously there. One last card is the World, which is assured success. So between the Ten of Cups and the World, which is a major card, you're doing fine. You're going to
Thank
come
you
out okay.
so much. You
Uh,
really just hit on everything I wanted to talk about.
well, that Ten of Swords is that the bad times are over. So hooray, right?
It it feels like it. It felt like it. I feel like I'm walking into something different. And then, like I said a week ago, my mother-in-law died. Both my mom
Oh,
and my mother-in-law died on my birthday.
oh dear.
So,
That's
and they died in this basically the same way. It's almost as if they chose exactly when they wanted to leave, and I don't quite know what to make of that.
well. There's maybe it's something that you want to meditate on and
Yeah,
consider.
I'm choosing to believe it's because of their love for me that they chose that day. I don't know. It's we had very special bonds, and I don't know. I think it's because of love, but
Well, there are people on Ask One Radio who specialize in afterlife contacts. You may want to check out askoneradio.com and see if there's somebody there who interests you, and either contact them off the air or try to get on the air with them. How's that?
oh, very cool. That's very cool. Eliot, thank you so much. I couldn't have
My
asked for a better reading.
my pleasure. And it's your reading, so it's really nothing that I'm doing, but I certainly
You
appreciate
just
the thought.
really dialed it. You really dialed into it. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. It's nice to hear. Best
Thank
of
you
luck
very
to you.
much.
Bye bye
Thank
now.
you. Bye bye.
And let's shuffle up the cards. We're halfway through Reverend Eliot's magical window, and we've only had one call, and that's because I was a blabbermouth at the beginning. But gosh, these cards, people can give me a brief outline of what's going on in their life, or they can tell me nothing, and I've learned that the cards will show it. It's very rare that the cards blank up on me. I think that happened once in over 10 years that I'm doing this here, that the cards just, I couldn't do it. So I offered to do a reading off the air for the person. The cards may have told me do this privately. That might have been why it didn't work. But other than that, it works out. Listen, let me tell you again. I've been through a lot of medical stuff in the last year. I'm regaining my health and my strength. Well, the main problem is serious and it ain't going away, but we're dealing with it, and my strength is back. So I'm getting back into doing the things that I wasn't doing, which is doing readings for people. And one of the things that I want to remind you of, because I haven't mentioned it in a long time, because I missed so many shows and because I wasn't up to doing this, is I offer a free mini reading for the Ask One radio audience. You just send me a simple question. I'll give you a 3-card reading on the house. I won't save your email. So that you'll never get any spam or any of that stuff from me, and I will send you a reading. I'll send you a sheet with the reading on it. It generally runs to 2 pages. So I mean, look, I haven't done it in so long. I was thinking, is it 1 page or 2? But it's generally, it can be 1 page, but sometimes it runs to 2. That is one of the things that I offer free to the Ask One radio audience. The other thing you can also see at my website, which is a free birth chart. You can get a complete one for a fee, but why when you can get a free one? It's a couple of pages and it goes very deeply. And go take a look at my website. Magick-works.com, Magick-works.com, and look at celebrity charts, celebrity astrology, the celebrity birth charts. There's a link for that at the top of the page. You'll find it. It's something like that. It's celebrity something or other. And if you want to suggest somebody whose chart you'd like me to put up there, I'll be happy to do that. You can read charts from for a bunch of famous people in the entertainment business and politics and history, all kinds of stuff there. And most of all, you can click the link to get one for yourself, and the cost is nothing. I just enjoy doing it, and I'm back now. I've got some strength. I can actually walk more than half a block without collapsing. They're really doing miracles on me and keeping me alive, but more than that, keeping me robust and healthy. So I look forward to doing this again. I have really, really missed my interaction with the audience. So let's get it on. All right, contact me through Magick-works.com and take a look at the website. Okay, we're all shuffled up, and Helen in Buffalo is next. Hi, Helen, you're on with Reverend Eliot.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you tonight?
Oh, hanging in there.
Well, yeah, I'm a downstater. How's Buffalo these days?
Oh, it's windy and raining, and it's going to be snowing.
Oh, geez. Well, yeah, we're getting that rain here, too. It's coming soon.
You got rain there, too?
Yeah, it just started about a half hour ago, which is...
it's been raining since about 5, 6 o'clock.
I've got medical appointments this week. Yeah. Oh. Well, my attempt at remaining a hermit has failed miserably, so I'll be getting out in the world. So, Helen, what can I look at?
I'm a hermit. I stay in the house. I just go out for appointments and procedures too.
Yeah. Well, we're 2 of a kind. What can I look at for you, Helen? What do you want to see?
You could just feel whatever you feel to tell me, whatever you see in a reading.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Well, this is very interesting because you can't get more diametrically opposed than this. I got 2 cards here. I've got the first is the 3 of Swords, which is about sadness in life.
Oh, and yeah, I'm sad.
But the other is the 10 of Cups, which is about great joy and happiness. So
Oh,
I see that you run the gamut of emotions, correct? You feel everything deeply, right?
oh yeah, I'm an empath. Yes.
Okay, there you go. So you can pick up the sadness and you can pick up the happiness.
And I'm going
It's
to tell you something. It's a curse and it's a blessing because I can feel when somebody's lying. I can feel how they are with me, and it's a curse and a blessing.
yeah, it's something that you have to learn to control, otherwise it can make you nuts. I know. The
Oh yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning.
well, maybe it's going to be experience, but I'm seeing that there's duality here because I've got the Two of Swords, which is just like these other two cards. There's a lot of. Is there a decision that you are called upon to be making soon?
Oh, I don't know. I don't
Okay,
know. I have to wait and
um,
see.
yeah, I have a feeling that there's something coming your way because I'm getting up and down, hot and cold, left and right. You know what I mean? I'm getting all I mean, for every like here, I've got the Nine of Swords, which is another card of sorrow, and the Ten of Coins, which is another card of happiness, and ancestors, and knowing your point in the family and all that. You're a very complex person. So I'm going to suggest that the cards are not going to tell me much for you unless you ask a
Mhm.
specific question.
Okay. Let me see. Well, there's a man that I think about that I can't get out of my mind, but I don't think I'll ever meet him. I don't know if you see me ever meeting him.
Well, I mean, anything is possible, but what I got here is the High Priestess. Now that's fascinating. Now here's the Lover's card, which is also there. Now that relates to having to answer a question. That means making a choice. It's not exactly about romance and all that. There's other cards for that. The High Priestess is the card that interests me because the question is, do you think you ever meet him? I think that you might if you use telepathic and empathic devices. If you send thought waves his way, it's possible because that's the kind of person you are, right?
Yes.
Have you ever done
Okay.
anything like remote viewing or mental telepathy?
No, I've never done none of that. You know what I wish I wish I could read cards in there, but it don't come to me, so I don't know.
Well, I think that you have look you have spiritual power. I mean that we know. We see that in your cards here, and you confirmed it.
Hmm.
Um, so what you want to do, you can help it along through visualization. Just
Oh, so I would have
picture.
to visualize it happening, and then it would happen.
I wouldn't say it would happen, but it would increase the odds of it happening. How's that?
Hmm. Okay.
Uh, Give it a shot, and see what happens. I mean, I'm not talking about turning into a stalker, you know, just a
Oh
psychic
no,
stalker,
no, I don't.
but
No, I
just
don't stalk nobody. No, I don't do
no,
that. No,
but
no, 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 no. But I'm saying reading cards that I have cards of my own, but sometimes I just read for myself. But I would like
oh,
to read
good.
for other people someday. You know.
Well, why not? I started out. I used to offer people, I'll read for you, and you pay me whatever you want.
Hmm.
And only one person ever stiffed me, and it was
Yeah.
nice. And then I started to gain more professional confidence, and I set prices. But my prices are always flexible. You
Oh
can
yeah,
always
reasonable.
you can always go to you can bring your cards to well, you're a hermit like me, so you don't go to parties, right? But you might want to put something on the internet. You might want to put something on Twitter or X, as they call it now, and just announce that you're there. And if people want to contact you, you'd be happy to read for them. See what happens. It's worth doing.
I've done that. I've got readings online, so I know like from TikTok and what's the
Oh,
other one?
good, good.
I can't think of the other one. There's another
Instagram,
one that's on there too. Instagram, yeah,
YouTube,
that's it. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. No,
So give it a
Instagram and
shot.
TikTok. Yeah.
There,
But
yeah.
getting
I
back
mean,
to the person, That's
I have
great.
I have a whole book about tarot reading and how to get
I have
started.
books too. I have books too on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I've written.
getting back to the other part. Getting back to the other part. You think maybe one day I would meet the person that I want to meet?
Well, you're going to have to do something in order to promote that because the person doesn't know about you, right?
Oh, they know about me.
Okay. Oh, good. Good. Okay. So yeah, keep a positive visual impression going in your mind, and see the two
I'm
of
not.
you.
Not that I want to have any. I don't want to have something romantic with them. I just want to meet
No, I
them. That's all.
understand. I understand. Just visualize yourself talking, and see what happens. Okay.
Okay. Do you see
Just for
anything else for me, or
um. Yeah, I see money in your future. Actually, believe it or not,
you
you were
see
talking
money in
about
my
all this.
future?
Yeah, I sure do.
Hey,
I see the eight.
you know
I
what
see
their
the
money. You
ace.
know what their money will do? Their money will take me to meet my person that I want to meet.
Yeah, right. That now there you go. That's how it works. You get everything aimed at your goal. I have the ace of coins and the page of coins, and that's a very strong indication that there's going to be some money coming your way.
Oh, I
So
could use their money to go on a trip and go meet who I want to meet.
there you go. Let me know how it turns out, okay?
Okay, what's your name again?
Elliot, down
Eliot.
here
Well,
at.
thank you very much for the reading, and God bless you. Hope you get better
I,
soon.
thank you very much. I appreciate that. Bye bye now.
Okay, bye bye.
And we're all shuffled up. Let's see if we can get in another call. And Heidi in Spanish Fork, Utah is next. Hello, Heidi.
Hi, thank you so much for this reading.
Well, that's what I'm here for. So, what would you like me to look at?
So I've been told that I have, from the other side, that I have a lot of blessings coming my way. Um, I
Well,
I'm
I've got
a
a
little
card. I
confused.
have a card here. I have a card here that shows something coming your way and coming fast. So yeah, why not, right?
That sounds great. I feel like I feel a little bit vulnerable right now. I mean, little bit being an understatement, but I'm really trying to hold on to what's to come. I'm just a little confused and vulnerable in the meantime. So anything that you could pull would be great.
Well, as I said, I do see something is on the way. That's the Eight of Rods, and that means it's imminent. It's coming. What I see is the Eight of Cups, which is that you are going to leave things in your life that aren't working for you and go to things that are working and are better for you. That's what you're working on. And
Yeah.
the Six of
Okay.
Rods is a card of triumph and success, and the Ten of Cups is a card of great happiness. So I think that whoever said there's blessings coming your way, yeah. I mean, and now I had this card earlier, the Ten of Swords. That means life has thrown its worst at you, and you're still here, and you're going to get up and you're going to do fine. I mean, these are really positive cards. If you've been through some rough time lately, this Ten of Swords says it's over.
That sounds amazing.
So whatever is coming fast. It's on the way, and it'll lead you to the path to get to where you want to go, which is the Eight of Cups, which is turning your back on things in life that are not working for you and going towards what will work for you. And then the Six of Rods again says that you will be extremely successful. That is not just success, that's triumph. And the Ten of Cups is ideal happiness. It's great happiness, and you'll do very well.
That sounds really wonderful. I have another question. Is there anything that that I should be doing now in the meantime, other than everything that I've already been doing?
Well, I'm not big on should be's, but I mean, I think you can trust yourself to know what you need to do. Well, let's see what we get. You know, it's an interesting old expression about Richard Alpert, who was Baba Ramdas, used to say, "I'm tired of people shooting all over me." You know, which is. Let's see. So let's see. Well, you're entering a period of change in your life. That's the Wheel of Fortune.
Okay.
This now the next question will be, of course, is it good change or bad change? That always comes up. And the next card is the World, which is assured success. So it's good change. This is where you're feeling vulnerable right now because you're in a period of flux and change. Things are. I think I sense that you and I are alike that way. I hate change. I- this is I had this computer for 14 years before I had to upgrade it. I didn't want to change. I do not. I like it. That this is not. This is a conservative, small c conservative. If something's working, I'm cool with it. I don't want to change for the sake of change. Some people like change. I read about people who every 2 years move into a new house because they can't. They
Oh,
get
yeah.
bored. They can't stand it. This is lunacy. I've been in this apartment for over 40 years. This is
Oh,
this is.
really? Oh, wow. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how they do that. So you know but you're entering a period of change, so you're going to handle it okay, though, because it ends up with the World card, which is assured success. So keep that in mind when you're feeling vulnerable, that the cards showed great success for you. Okay.
Yes, that sounds great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Bye now. And we have a few minutes for one more call. So let's go to Nisha. Hi, Nisha. You're on with Reverend
Hi.
Eliot. Hi, how are you
Hi,
doing?
how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Great. What can I look at for you? I've got a few minutes left.
I'm going through some things, and I'm more worried about my husband. He's going through a court case, and
Oh,
I
dear.
really
Yeah,
need him home with me. I have MS, and I have a rare disease called Mark disease, and I'm terminally ill. And we have an 11-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 5-year-old girl. So it's really
well,
tough.
that you can use all the positive energy that you can use here. I mean,
Exactly.
I would open this up to anybody listening who can send any positive energy of any sort your way, to please
Wow,
consider
thank you.
Nisha in Bethesda, Maryland, to send maybe Reiki energy or other kinds of healing energy, just to help get some energy behind you. How's that? And
Wow,
when I
that's
ask the audience
awesome.
to do
Thank
that,
you.
they do it. They sure do it. Um, I'm seeing, though, that things are going to work out okay for you. Again, I have the Wheel of Fortune, which tells me that the present situation is going to change. The next two cards are highly positive. They're the World and the Six of Rods, which indicate great success. Both of them do. And I have the
Wow.
Eight of Rods, which tells me it's coming soon. The Ten of Cups is you've got all the really good happiness cards here. So
Awesome.
I know how hard it is. My wife and I went through a lengthy court case a couple of years back, and it can be very, very, very
Yeah, because
difficult.
my husband, he's my caregiver,
Yeah.
and I have seizures, multiple seizures every other day. It's so hard. It's so hard. My life changed last year, December 8th of 2023.
Well, you hear that out there? I want you to see what you can do to send as much healing, positive energy towards Nisha, and see what we can do to improve the situation. That's aim it at Bethesda, Nisha in Bethesda, Maryland. How's that?
Thank you. I
And
love it. Thank you so
I
much.
will do it too. And again, I'm seeing positive stuff happening for you. I mean, I know that you're.
Awesome.
I mean, I know that you're up against a wall here, and I
Yeah.
mean, I understand that. I have a pretty serious illness myself, which I'm dealing with.
Right.
There's things that can be done, but they take time and effort.
They
So
do.
let
Exactly.
let's also work on the astral plane here and send some really good positive energy your way, and
Wow. Thank
see where
you.
that gets you. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Now, by the way, before I let you go, I got one more card for you, which is the Magician, which shows that it shows a person who takes spiritual power from above and brings it down to earth. So that's we're getting a lot of people to send you that spiritual power.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Yes, thank you so much.
that card is a very good indication, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Bye bye now.
Bye bye.
And gosh, there it is. Another episode of, what is it, 386 now, that of Reverend Eliot's Magical Window. How many have we done? I mean, let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, there's 390. Today was show 390. Yes. Let's see. Hey, audience, give yourself a round of applause for putting up with me for 390 shows. Wow. That is spectacular. Of course, that's accounting for a lot of shows I missed. There was a period of time. I think that from now on, I'm not going to let going into a hospital get in the way. If I'm in a hospital on Wednesday, I'm going to take a device with me and get online and do the show from the hospital. I mean, even if I have to drag the doctors and nurses to get readings, by gosh, why not? This is. I hate missing this show. I really don't like doing that. I mean, they wheel me into the operating room. If they could just do it with a local, maybe I can do the show while they're cutting me open. Oh, there's a nice morbid thought, right? That's good. I once wrote, when I was 15 years old, I started to write a short story, which was a blatant ripoff of the Dobie Gillis stories by Max Schulman. Everybody who wants to be a writer starts by imitating other writers, and I always thought that I was pretty clever, And that's the other thing. When you're 15, you always think you're pretty clever. But I do remember the opening line of the story, although I don't remember much else about it. I may even have it stashed away here someplace. I'm a pack rat, and I. This when I'm in the hospital, so it'll never leave me. The opening line of the story was the main character saying, "As they wheeled me into the operating room, it suddenly occurred to me that feigning illness was not the way to win her heart." Now, there's got to be something you can write with that, but that if you ever read the Dobie Gillis stories, I know a lot of us know the Dobie Gillis TV series, if you're over 95 like me. But the Dobie Gillis stories are very funny. One was called, the book is called, I highly recommend it if you want to laugh. It's called I Was a Teenage Dwarf. And there's another one. I don't recall the name of that one. It could be The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis, but I don't recall. So that's it. I want to remind you that you can contact me at my website, through my website, magic-works.com. There's a contact page there, magick-works.com. You can find me on Twitter. Rev Eliot is the handle there. Check me out at Twitter, where I probably have the only Twitter page in the whole world where I don't argue with people, nor do I call people horrible names. So there. That means I have a very limited following. Oh, gosh. But you go to magic-works.com, and there is you can click that link to get that free birth chart. Do it. Put my lazy butt to work. I mean, I should have done a lot more shows in these last 10 years. So come on, guys. Get me out of this rut. And remember my offer of a free mini reading to all Ask One Radio listeners. That still goes. That definitely goes. And I love doing that. And I'll be very happy to shoot that off to you. Just send me a question and I'll send you what the cards say. So we'll be back next week right here to go through the cards again. And until then, remember, who you are is the universe's gift to you. Who you become, now, that is your gift back to the universe. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye now.